already know, yeah. All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order at 7:30 PM. This is the Inland Wetlands Agency of the town of Woodbridge. We have a fairly short agenda today. First item on the agenda is Sean McArdle, 152 Peck Hill Road, addition to residence for accessory dwelling unit. If you want to just come up and just sit at the desk and sign in, you could sort of explain what you're looking to do, and then we could ask questions if we need to.
So we're looking to put on basically an in-laws apartment or unit and attached to the existing house, and it's towards the south side of the property, closer to the wetlands.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have a kitchen, bathroom, and it's approximately 580 square feet maybe at this point.
Okay. The only question I had, is this dotted line the wetlands line? It's not really designated on the
Curved
plan.
line on the north, on the south side?
Yeah, just,
Curved line on the south?
Yeah, that is the wetlands line, yeah, where it comes in, sort of where it says 30 feet.
mm-hmm,
Yep.
okay.
That is
Is that area natural growth, or is it lawn, or what's the?
It's lawn now.
Mhm.
I'm Chris Sorensen, by the way.
Okay.
I own the property. That's my daughter Erin. This is Sean, her fiance.
Mhm.
They're gonna take over the house
Mhm.
very shortly. And so I said, let's go through the process of getting a permit, and wanted to make it an in-law apartment for my ex-wife. And so he asked me to come here with him tonight because I'm the owner of the property.
Mhm.
And I said, there was an easement there that goes by, that's from runoff from the road, comes down and comes around the property. There is lawn there now, it's all lawn that goes out there, extends out, and then go in, there's a little wooded area, and then there's a stone wall little area right there.
So it's lawn to the drainage easement area, is that it? or-
Pretty much, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
There might be a little scrub brush there or things to that nature, but
Mhm.
that's pretty much what it is.
What's the slope like in that area? Is it steep? Is
Well,
it
when you,
gentle?
the original, when you come down the driveway, there's a slope, but then it levels off all the way around to the property. And
And
then
the-
off to the side of the house, it's pretty well graded, there's a slight slope like this, but everything pitches away from the house.
Mhm.
There's a slight pitch to the house.
Where, just curious, as far as gutters and leaders, where are those gonna discharge? Is there a plan as to where they're sending the water from the roof?
Front side, there is no gutters.
Mhm.
That comes off, there's 2-foot overhangs that go there, and then we have crushed stone underneath, and then what I did was, years ago, I put a drain from there, there's a drain at the end where it goes into, and goes, like from the front of the house, that drains off to the right side of the house, and then on the left side, that drains, it comes down, and then there's a drain off to it pitches down over towards the drainage easement area there.
But I mean, the drainage for the addition, is that going to be tied into that, or is it just going to be off the?
I think it'll probably be more of a natural setting, it'll probably be a
Mhm.
2-foot overhang.
Mhm.
We're looking to keep it that way. Everything does pitch away from the
Structure.
structure at this time. Everything does, the way it was pitched all the way around.
Mhm.
And I think it'll fit right in. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a big, and it's not gonna impact any of the neighbors or anything like that, because you do have that drainage easement there that flows all the way down, goes all the way down to Nettleton Drive. So it goes all the way down, and the easement goes all the way down to there.
Mhm.
So there's no impact to any of the neighbors or anything to that
Okay.
nature.
Chris, have you seen the area, or?
I've seen the area, and quite honestly, the wetlands that are there, it's a confined channel.
Yeah,
It's
mhm.
not, there aren't wetland soils associated
It's
with
just
it.
the drainage ditch?
At the top of this, there's I don't know if you remember, there's the drainage that comes in from the subdivision across the road.
Mhm.
So that comes in at the front of the property and then carries over into this drainage easement. So there's really no wetland per se.
Mhm.
There is the channel, which
Right.
clearly flows, but that's what's there,
Mhm.
is a channel.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Chris, you may be better able to answer this. What's the measure then of distance between the, let's call it the wetland delineation and the new corner of that? What's that approximately going to be?
30 feet. It's 1 inch to 30 feet.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
30
it's probably
feet?
about 30 feet, yeah.
All right. And then, fellas, I just have a question. If I wasn't a wetland commissioner, I wouldn't ask. But is there a reason the addition could not go off the south side of the house? Away
north
from
side,
the,
This is the south side.
The north side.
This is the south side.
uh,
To the left is the south. to the
yes, I'm
right's
sorry.
the north.
Why it can't go off the north side?
I think we'd be too close to the property line over there on the right side.
Okay. Looks like there's enough space from a setback perspective. There is a setback delineation.
Um,
But any reason, the utilities in the house that are more accessible or
Yeah,
something like that, or
utilities-
the layout of the house conducive
yeah,
to
I think the layout, what you would say, is more conducive to go that way.
off the south end, the way you
off
have
the
it?
south end. Because if we went to the north end, that's where the garage comes in now, comes down the driveway and comes down that way. So then they would lose the whole garage, and then they would have to build onto that, to go out for a piece of the garage to go on. And I think
Fine,
it would cost, it would go too far,
thank you.
yeah.
Jack, you have anything? No? Chris, is this
Because
something you
the
think we
que-
could delegate?
Chris answered the question.
Yeah.
As to the,
I would be comfortable.
just out of curiosity, what's the island?
The island.
Grass area.
That's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
vegetated.
decorative
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, it's just a decorative area that we use as you come down the driveway, and if you want to have parking for cars or anything
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Say you have guests that come over or something,
Okay.
and keep them off the road.
So this is all it's driveway around it?
That's
Yeah.
all driveway.
I was just curious.
It's like gravel, it's like a gravel processed stone type area on the right there.
No, I
For
think we
its
can,
island.
I'm
Delegate
fine
to
with
Chris.
delegating.
Yeah, I have no further questions. I'm
Okay.
comfortable with this.
Okay, then, you have anything you want? Okay. Do we have a motion to delegate the matter to Chris for,
I'll make the motion to delegate to
Okay.
Chris.
I'll second.
just a second, all in favor? Aye, opposed, abstentions, all set. But by delegating it to Chris, she'll go out there and issue a permit. Otherwise, you'd have to come back next month and before we could act on it as an agency, so this gives you a little bit extra time.
Thank you very much,
Yep.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a good evening.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Okay, moving right along. Mark and Christine Lovejoy, 10 Wolf Tree, installation of generator and above-ground propane tank. Anyone here for that? Okay. You want to just sign in and then you can sort of tell us what you want to do. I guess the initial question I have though is, I don't know where the wetlands are here.
Yep.
I thought I gave you as part of the packet, there should be a printout in what I just gave you tonight.
Okay.
Oh,
Did
maybe
you have
it's-
the application
Maybe it's in
form?
here.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, there it is.
So again, this is a channel, this isn't wetland soils per se. I'm not sure if it's, there may be like a little, spring or something that gives rise to this, and then it flows wet. Yeah, it just pops up and flows.
Seasonally gets wet in that area?
Excuse me?
Seasonally, that area there, the wetland area gets wet?
No, where the generator and the
Nope,
tank.
nope. Where the wetlands are, do you know on your property where the
So
wetlands?
this is, actually, this is. from-
Oh, are you the contractor?
This is the contractor.
Yeah.
I don't know anything, so he's doing this for me.
Fine. Yeah,
So, but the back, in the back, it does get damp back there, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, it does,
Yeah.
and, but where the generator can go, there's never any water, just the way it's pitched. It's,
Yeah, so basically it's just the proximity to that wetland area we
Yeah,
deal with.
I mean, the generator's gonna be on a concrete pad, the propane tank's gonna be on gravel or crushed stone, so,
Yeah, so, and this is all lawn at this point, or is it?
Yeah,
Sounds like another one we could delegate to Chris, but does anybody else have any questions first?
Yes. Just, I'd like to commend you. How did you know you might need or need a wetland permit to do this, madam? I like to.
I
He's
thought it
really
would,
good at his job, if anyone needs an electrician.
thank you. I thought it would be prudent, looking at the property and seeing that there's kind of a little stream, but it's not there now, it dries up. And where I was setting it, I didn't want to install a generator and a propane tank and have a trench dug and have everything all done and have a neighbor say, oh, you put that too close to something, that was wrong.
Mhm.
So I
Well,
thought
the
it
reason
was-
I ask is, I have to commend you. Thank you for thinking about that. We have people who are even more intrusive into the wetland areas who do not consider that they're conducting a regulated activity. So, great job to be cognizant of that. And I just would like to say, this is, to the extent that this is still construction, if we could have silt fence and hay bales between the,
Well, if we need something, yeah, because I mean, the only thing, the gravel's just gonna be laying on the ground itself, and the pad will be just a diminuous digging, but when you're ready to do it, I can go out to the site and look at it.
fine, make sure stuff doesn't just wash down and during construction if you have it open.
Where all they're gonna do is excavate the loom
Mm-hmm.
and put, I think, 6 inches of crushed stone and compact it, and then the tank will sit on top of 4 concrete blocks, above ground, everything's above ground. And then where the generator is, it's just gonna be cleared off to be level. And I have a 3-inch concrete pad that mates with the generator. So that area is on a teeny bit of a slope, but
Yeah.
not much. And the generator will be sitting on the pad, and then there'll be a trench that goes from the tank to the generator and then to the house.
Very good. The reason I mention this is because you will disturb the soils, you'll have some excavation, not a lot of activity, but
No.
when you do rip up the grass to put your pad down, to trench out for the electric or the utilities or so, you'll have exposed soils. They shouldn't rain down away from the area, so that's the purpose of the silt fencing. I don't see hay bales maybe being necessary, but whatever the town's regulations require. But that's why I mention it.
Okay.
We'll go look
Thanks.
Okay. All right, if there are no other questions, do we have a motion to delegate this one to Chris also?
I moved to
Oh.
delegate.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Jack? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? So basically, as you probably heard before, if we wait until next month to deal with this, which we can't act as an agency right away, but we can delegate it to Chris and she can deal with it in the meantime, so, because it's not significant activity, so, okay? All right, so you're all set.
Good night. Good job. Good night.
So the one thing that I added to your agenda was, and nobody's here from the Conservation District, we had but you have information about another project through the Conservation District at the school. They're doing a really proactive job of getting, students understanding the importance of stuff, which is great. So they're looking at the pond that's right at the front of the school at the entryway where the geese love to go. And so what the intent is to do plantings around part of this pond to prevent the geese who don't like to go through tall stuff from going into
Yeah.
the pond and polluting the pond. So he's just asking for a determination by the agency that this is something that falls under that section 4.2 where it's a non-regulated activity and it's a wetland enhancement. It won't be directly in the wetland, the plantings will be outside it. But that's
Yeah.
it.
I think, in my mind, that's pretty clear, so,
So when, in your packet, you have where the plantings would go, the types of plantings that would be done, and then the narrative that was provided by my alter ego, Chris Sullivan, who spells his name wrong.
well, you can't do everything right, I
I
guess,
know.
so. Yeah, so I'm fine with that, with making that determination. Would we need a motion, you think, to?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, so basically, do we have a motion to approve the activity as a non-regulated activity pursuant to the letter that Southwest Conservation District had submitted?
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Jack seconded it, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, we're all set with that. Let's keep moving. There's no old business. Any correspondence or anything we need to, other than the khaki wick I know is coming up,
Yeah,
right?
khaki wick, and that's it.
Okay. Enforcement officer report, anything you have to enforce?
I haven't been floating around doing any enforcement.
So people have been getting away with murder then, huh?
People that are apparently getting away with murder.
Okay.
But I have a cane now, so they have to watch out.
You could beat them if they are, so, yeah. I'm sure we'll find something to talk about soon enough, so. No site visits. Moving on to minutes. I only found one thing wrong,
Oh,
and Jean's not here, so there are probably other things wrong, so.
well,
Good
she
job.
didn't send me anything, so,
Yeah, well, she's
but
probably
I'll send her an email.
yeah, just in case she sells.
What do you find?
In the first paragraph, Jean was seated for me, and I was also there, so.
Oh, gee.
I think it was left over from the
Yeah,
minutes of the meeting
probably.
before, so. The next to last line of the top
Yeah,
paragraph.
no, I'm just trying to see who was missing.
Jack
Oh,
was missing. Jack was missing, yeah. So it should be Jack.
Yeah, they got that.
So, anyway, that's,
It was something good for you to catch.
thank you for leaving it, so I felt like I've accomplished something tonight. Anybody else have anything else? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the minutes as corrected? Who wants to move?
Can I do that? I wasn't there.
Okay, well, yeah,
You
you
don't
can.
have, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can.
I motion
Okay.
to approve the minutes.
We have a
Yes.
second?
I
Correct.
can second.
Oh, second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? That's all done. Do we have anything else we have to talk about? Chris, anything else we need to know about or do?
No, I don't think so. Just let me know if you wanna go to, the khaki wick thing, and I'll get you registered.
Okay. If anyone wants
Did you
to
get my note?
spend a Saturday.
I had said yes, but I don't,
Okay. I don't remember seeing that, so I'll have to look in my other email.
Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Then do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Jack seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstention? 7:47, we're done.
Wow.
Good job. Just like an airplane. You flew right through that one.